They say money makes the world go round, and few would disagree with that. But who controls the money? Something alarming has been happening in the financial world for years now. A financial corporation that controls more money than you could ever imagine. BlackRock. The founder is often called the most powerful man in the world, yet most people don't even know who he is. Lawrence Douglas Fink, who was born in Los Angeles in 1952, comes from a Jewish family. His mother was an English professor and his father owned a shoe store. After earning his Master of Business Administration with a focus on real estate, he started working as a trader at the bank First Boston on Wall Street. There, he learned the craft of the financial business, if you can even call it that. Because he is considered a co-inventor of mortgage-backed securities, these played a major role in the 2008 financial crisis. At the management level, he made an incorrect interest rate prediction, which resulted in a loss of $100 million. Not discouraged by this, he took a new path. Together with colleagues from First Boston, he founded BlackRock in 1988. BlackRock began as Blackstone Financial Management, an internal financial unit of Blackstone Group. By late 1994, the company managed $53 billion. That year, Blackstone sold it for $240 million, creating the name BlackRock. What exactly does BlackRock do? In the real sector, it's about real goods that are produced, sold, and consumed. In the financial sector, on the other hand, people speculate by buying or selling shares in a company. Trading consists of the fact that the value of the stock can rise or fall. Until 1980, the real economy was superior to the financial sector by 2 to 1 today. The amounts in the financial sector are about 4 times larger than those in the real economy. At this point, you should start thinking about it. It's like a game. Incredible amounts of money are traded on the stock market, with stocks or other securities being bought or sold. There are institutional investors who have significant influence and, according to some opinions, pose a threat to competition. Because they manage not only their own money, but also their clients' external capital. For example, asset managers, sovereign wealth funds, insurers, credit institutions, and foundations. About a year ago, it was nearly 10 trillion. No one in the world owns that much capital. If BlackRock were a country, it would be the 3rd largest economy in the world. All around the world, the giant attracts money to invest it profitably. The clients include central banks, insurance companies, foundations, pension funds, and ultra-wealthy private investors. No other company has such insight into the global financial world. BlackRock is a major shareholder in thousands of companies and is invested in nearly all of them. In 2015, for example, they were the largest single shareholder in Apple, Bank of America, Citibank, Nestle, or McDonald's. The power is also strongly felt in Germany. BlackRock is involved in nearly all Deutsche Aktienindex companies, often as the largest shareholder. A sign of his power is shown by the letters sent to the CEOs of all companies in which he holds shares. The most recent letters address topics such as climate change or the coronavirus pandemic. Despite all these facts, BlackRock remains pretty much under the radar. Their power is often downplayed publicly. Forbes reports Larry Fink's fortune is just $1 billion. His position of power is far greater than that bare number. Insiders claim he is more powerful than the American president. Such numbers mentioned in public should always be treated with the utmost caution. Is this still not crazy enough for you? All the wealth is basically controlled by a robot. We're getting to what might be the most powerful software in the world. The software Aladin has been developed since 1988 and uses artificial intelligence to analyze risks in order to decide on the buying and selling of securities. It helps BlackRock manage the immense sums of money. The system operates on thousands of mainframes. The program doesn't buy or sell anything. It only provides predictions that are based on extensive analysis. These predictions are sold. Which information is important for the analysis? A new technology is being developed, a new law is being written, a natural disaster, anything could have an impact. That's why the system is fed with huge amounts of historical data. Weather, stock prices, exchange rates, oil prices, laws, political decisions, everything that could be relevant. All these parameters are considered and a prediction is made. They say there are 200 million calculations per week. Just imagine this incredible level of performance. How exactly the computers arrive at the results is no longer comprehensible to the managers. In the future, even more parameters are to be considered: social media activities, surveillance camera footage, internet search terms, as long as data collectors like Facebook, Apple, etc. cooperate. But how long can this development continue without problems? Is another crisis coming? This development poses a risk to the system. BlackRock continues to grow and influence more investments. Aladin's forecasts could become self-fulfilling, because the forecasts influence the behavior of the players and could increase the likelihood of those scenarios happening. Whether a price rises or falls depends on the player's buying behavior. So, if it's predicted that a stock will fall, other players want to minimize their losses and sell, and the stock actually falls, even if Aladin's original prediction was actually wrong. Numerous finance ministries and banks, including the European Central Bank and Deutsche Bank, have been working with BlackRock since the financial crisis. BlackRock itself is not a bank, but it manages more money than the banks, yet it is not subject to banking regulations. In addition, it cannot borrow money from central banks or create money itself, as they say. So it cannot create book money. Such an organization is also called a shadow bank. There are hardly any people left who can avoid doing something where BlackRock has its shares. It's incredible but true, because there are hardly any companies in which BlackRock is not somehow involved. In BMW, Mercedes, Adidas, ProSieben, in the energy companies E-O-N and RWA, in Lufthansa, Telekom, Bayer, in Deutsche Bank and Allianz, in the German software giant SAP, or in the Nivea manufacturer Bayersdorf. BlackRock is even involved in the apartments where many people in Germany live. Do you remember owning nothing but being happy? How is something like this even possible? The business model is typically capitalist. The customer's wealth is supposed to be increased. BlackRock is maybe like a virus that spreads in a capitalist system that apparently can be hacked. You can't blame the virus for its actions. It's in its nature. The Great Black Mountain is thus capitalism.